Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. and it replays in its entirety on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. And of course, we can be reached on the internet very easily. And I'm going to let my sidekick, Andrew. Good morning,
Good morning.
Andrew.
How are
I'm going
you?
to let you give him a quick...
Go to kdcg.com, look for the Bobby Dupre Show, and click on it. And you'll find all of our shows archived there, as well as all of our photo albums there as well. So if you can find any of the photos to download, print, or email to your friends, or to watch the shows or send them around, it'll work. It'll work on your iPhone. It'll automatically switch over to YouTube when you click on the show to play it for you automatically, as they say.
It's almost like a magic show.
That's right.
And we're going to start off, we'll come to a couple of sponsors right after this. For the last probably 2 weeks, I've asked for prayers for a long time. A friend of mine from Bossier City, the Greek, Jimmy Patterson, Patterson Insurance Company. In fact, I was talking to Belinda to get something on the copy on the email that you had sent to me, and she said, "Is that the Patterson that owned Patterson Insurance?" She said, "Boy, they were an easy company to do business with." And Jimmy was just I don't know, just a special person in my life. And I showed a picture last week, and we're going to show you that picture again. I think it's there it is right there.
With the great-grandbaby.
With the great-grandbaby. He asked that they pull the whatever plugs were on him when the operation that he had attempted to maybe live a few more years didn't pan out. So he said, unplug the machine. He had written his obituary himself, and he said, "I don't want to fly home, and I don't want to ride home in an ambulance. I want to ride home in my car to see my great-grandchild." And that's home. He made it home, and that's the great-grandchild. And of course, he died Sunday morning, sometimes during the early morning Sunday. And we are taping on a Tuesday, which is really unusual. But Andrew and Steve and I were able to hook up Tuesday morning, and I'm going to the funeral services, which will be held on Wednesday. And
up in Bossier.
Up in Bossier City. And don't say Shreveport. He didn't. I mean, it was Bossier City. And of course, we go to Bossier City because Louisiana Downs. And last time I saw him was I was attending the races there. We had a horse running, the syndicate did, and we met at an Italian restaurant right near the racetrack and had a wonderful, I guess, hour and a half lunch. And the Greek was showing some wear and tear then. He was...
some heart issues.
Yeah, he had heart issues, right. And he had hard issues to cope with in his lifetime. We don't have time, and they're I guess you'd say private amongst us friends, but Jimmy was a man amongst men, and a dear friend, and he wrote me a letter. Show that letter, and
it'll be up in the photo gallery if anybody wants to read the details of it. Just a really nice,
very
outpouring of emotion in it. You can read how much he valued your friendship.
Yep. I want y'all to read it. Those of you that have the ability to pull it up and all of that, take a few minutes, 5 minutes of your time, and I think you'll almost have tears in your eyes. It's just one friend writing to another friend. He was amongst the insurance industry people that I met through the 50 years that I was in the insurance industry, and I still call myself in it because you're never out of it. And he was the best letter writer of any of the presidents or sales agents or any friend that I knew, and he just could write a letter. He'd build it up, and then he'd put it down in a joking way, and he said that if he saw that I was making a success in the insurance industry, certainly he could do very well. And he did very well. Read the letter if you get a chance. My brother Cody heard about his death on a radio station, and I was in a conference call this morning. It's a busy morning. I was in a 9 o'clock till 9:45 conference call, and during that time, Cody called, and somehow I pressed the button and got him. I wasn't trying to get him, and he says, "I'm just calling to talk to you about your friend's death, Jimmy." He says, "I knew you used to talk so high about him." Anyhow, that's where I'll be, and we need to get a couple of sponsors.
I can do that right now.
away.
How about the medicine shop?
Our sympathies to the Jimmy Patterson family, and especially Rosemary. He said, "Rosie, you stuck by me the whole way, and you took care of me until the end."
The medicine shop here in Opelousas, if you're looking for any kind of medicine, you can go by, get your prescriptions filled, and they've got that 15-minute prescription service guarantee, or you get a $2 credit. You can treat just like cash inside the store. They offer discounts for groups, older adults, and preschoolers as well. They've got a full line of diabetes-type medicines as well, and don't forget about them if you're watching your weight. They've got those great, already put-together meals, what they call the MetaFast meals, all nice and neat, easy for you to prepare. When you get home, you just pop them in the oven or the microwave or however you want to heat them up. Easy to eat. Both Dirk and Liz are coaches with MetaFast. They can teach you what to do as far as changing your exercise habits and what to eat and what to watch out for. And a lot of my friends have definitely had positive results from the medicine shop. And how about LHC Group, all your home health care needs? LHC Group can help you with the nurses, with the therapists, with all the equipment you need, from the special beds, the lift chairs, the special button to press to call for help. The oxygen.
Hep, that's John McKithen. You taking John McKithen's words.
Won't you help me? All those type of things that you might need. And they've got home health care available throughout the entire United States. Don't forget about them with the Health and Wellness Center here on Heather Drive. They've got hospice care and palliative care as well. Louisiana Healthcare Group, all about helping people.
2 programs ago, we spoke about a gentleman by the name of Mr. Theo Swallow, and he's in the Eunice Manor Nursing Home. And in Sunday's Daily World, this is the picture that Freddie Herpin took and used, and that's where I had gotten the material that I used when I spoke about Mr. Theo. He is a listener, a viewer of the program each and every week, and I certainly hope he's there. Look at him. Oh, he's still a strong, healthy man, having little issues with walking, but that's all right. He doesn't need to walk, and he was famous in raising dogs for security
at Angola.
At Angola. So quite a success story by Mr. Theo Swallow. We wish you many, many more years, and keep watching the Bobby Dupre Show to hear about your friends.
And while we're talking about Eunice, don't forget about the Eunice Farmers Market, open on Saturdays from 10 a.m. until on 2nd Street, right in front of the Eunice Public Library. I know they get a few of the farmers out there. They'd like to encourage more farmers to come out. And if you're looking for some good fresh produce, right now's the time. Go by the Eunice Farmers Market on Saturday.
We have a couple more deaths, and certainly I want to speak about the death of Mr. Kenneth Martinez. That's Dr. Joe Martinez and Frida Meyer, Baudelaire Meyer, his mother. He died over the weekend, and the funeral services were this past Saturday. I was out of town, and I didn't hear it. And that was funny that you didn't call me. Usually you text me, not call me. Usually you text me. You missed out.
I missed sending you that one.
Yep. Look at that pretty face. He was a nice young kid. He had some disabilities, not mentally. Sharp, young attorney. Worked for the state, as I recall, years ago, and I think that he continued working with the state. But to his father and mother and sisters, brother, and a brother, certainly want to offer our deepest sympathies. I did speak to Mike Mills last night.
His brother-in-law.
His brother-in-law, married to Paula. And I did offer, and he says, well, I'll pass it on to the family. So hopefully they get the word, and I need to call Reggie, because Reggie is married to Kenneth's sister, Marie Dupre. And of course, Reggie and Marie live right here in Opelousas, and where they have some beautiful homes, or maybe called cottages in some of them.
Right there on, I guess that's Court Street?
Court Street, you bet. South Court Street.
Don't forget, today is the court-appointed special advocates brunch to help the kids, the CASA Kids Benefit Brunch. $25 a ticket. Go by the Opelousas Civic Center. It starts at 11 a.m., so they're calling it brunch, but it's lunchtime and breakfast and the whole nice meal. You can help take care of these kids. Go by today.
I saw the death of Miss Della, better known as D. Link. And when David Link was running the Church Point office of OPAC. That's where he first cut his teeth as far as managerial. I don't know, stayed there a year or two, whatever. Time flies.
Couple of years,
yeah, a couple of years. And he kept, everybody was asking him, oh, you Mr. Grant Link's relative? or you a son of Mr. Grant Link? Mr. Grant Link was well known, and I'm sure she was too. But I just thought I'd bring this out. It's a well-known family in the Church Point area, and of course we have a
From
lot
there
of
all the way down towards Rain Crowley area.
Yeah, and into that Roberts Cove area.
Good German name, I guess.
German name. And so certainly would somebody mention this to some of their relatives over there that we thought about them, and I knew Mr. Grant. I had met Mr. Grant over the years, probably politicking.
Don't forget Monday at the Indian Hills Country Club. It's the big fundraiser for the Opelousas Lighthouse Mission, the big golf tournament. Mike Fontenot sent me a nice email. You can call Mike for info about the golf tournament, 351-7851 at Indian Hills. And it's going to be two different tee times, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., $300 per team, and all kind of contests and all kind of things going on. Go by.
The governor's games will have that boxing portion of the governor's games in Sunset, and it's going to be what they call this place now. They've renamed it. The Sunset Arena is what it's called in this particular.
On Napoleon Avenue, famous for years as being the cockfighting pit.
That's
the
correct.
Big one.
The pit, the fighting pit. And this is going to take place just in a couple of weeks, June 21st, Friday, Saturday the 22nd, and the finals will be on the 23rd. These were held there 2 years ago, and they were very much of a success. I'm glad to see that they're coming back. A new ownership has taken over the building. And I don't know that they bought the building.
They're running it.
Jerry DiMaggio did own it, and there's new management of the property. That would describe it pretty good. That would work. So this is professional. This is amateur boxing at its best. And of course, little Jay Gauthier just got a message again today. He's going to some of he's trying for the next Olympics. He's working his way up to where he's be able to qualify to go to the box off, to qualify to go as a fighter for the United States.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Wouldn't that be right here?
We followed him for years.
That's right. We had Rodney Milburn won the gold medal in the hurdles years ago in the 70s. So it wouldn't be a first, but it sure would be nice to bring home the bacon. And his daddy Jody and I, if you like to make a little small donation to his daddy, it costs, that's all out of their own pocket. It's amateurs, there's no money, nobody pays nothing. He's going to meet with me to give a few dollars, and I'm happy to give those dollars for a young kid.
We're going to take a 1-minute break on television. Folks, we'll see you on the other side of one.